Yeah. What? Oh, it's Brock Lesnar. Hello, everybody. Welcome to your live watch along of Chesterfield versus Southend. Yeah. Yep. Come on, Chesterfield, get the win, please.
Well, pin drop and all that sort of stuff, Steve, there.
Yes, A's on the back of the neck at this moment in time, Phil.
It's just people that work at the football club do their own radio. They do their own radio station, so they provide the commentary. The club do it themselves.
Probably not be able to find out during the course of the match, but if you're listening, we're always interested in what Notts County are doing. But Chesterfield will be kicking from the right.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Ollie Banks on the edge of the 10-yard circle with Darren Oldacre prepared to take the first kick. Southend in all yellow with their goalkeeper in green. Only teenager, Colin Andengendy.
Quite tiny lad.
Well, we've got a false start, so I've got to restart.
What was he doing wrong?
The referee, is that sign of a fuss spot, Steve?
It looks that way, doesn't it?
Anyway, it's played back to Ollie Banks. He's not trying a shot this time. Played out to Brandon Horton on the clear side, the left back. Back to Skipper Grimes and across to Tyrone Williams. A familiar start for Chesterfield. Jeff King gets his first touch of the ball. All the back. It's back with Grimes once more. Atmosphere rocking here at the Technique Stadium.
Yeah, but have you seen that video that went online with someone? Yeah. Yeah, but have you seen that one about a fish and chip shop owner who ended up celebrating the death? It was a female literally celebrated it by having like champagne and everything outside, and it got shared over social media, and the person got ridiculed for it. And now everywhere this person goes, she has to be escorted by the police. And that's just due to how everyone is she's not.
Calvin Miller, but Joe Quigley, Steve,
did really well there.
A changed man from last season, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him play tonight, to be honest with you.
The ball played back to goalkeeper Andengendai from Southend, rolls it out to Casper Laparta.
Yeah.
For Sheffield United, for Southend United on loan from Sheffield United.
Here we go. Hopefully we get the win today. See, well, with what given on the game, we'll see what some ratings are on here.
Back to Fongup, one of a couple of players who joined Southend this summer from Barnet. The other one, Harry Taylor's out with a little bit of a
Alright then.
moment, and a free kick goes Chesterfield's way on the halfway line. Taken very quickly. Not the right place either, but it was to Ollie Banks, who's got a good bit of pressing actually there from Cav Miley, who then fouls Banks.
So it's Chesterfield nil, Southend United nil in the National League. We are just going to keep an eye on some results, let you know what happens when stuff happens. And it is Colchester United 1, also nil in League 2, folks. Still, we'll be keep an eye on everything. We'll also be keeping an eye on the AF Trophy games as well. That's fine. And folks, just let you know that Pontefract are playing at home to North Shields in the AF Trophy tonight.
No,
Oh, AF Vars.
Goal kick, but,
AF Vars.
Was, yeah.
but not quite on the same wavelength, Steve Williams.
No, they weren't on the same
Yeah, I got to
wavelength,
remember.
but it is early doors, and it's just...
I hope he goes into management because he actually might be a good. He actually might be a good manager.
3 minutes played here on 1866 score.
Because I know everybody.
All the goals late.
Literally,
Come a long time.
if you think of anyone as a figure to do with football, that's not.
He isn't the tallest goalkeeper, is he, at all, as you pointed out. And King half volleys that to Banks, who
Wow.
catches it.
So he's glad he's actually retired.
It's not going to bounce.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Quigley makes it bounce kindly for him. He positioned
Really
himself
well.
really well. Played it into Clark, who's battling well, but gets tackled. But the loose ball came to Quigley, and he just rolled down his back. Jack Clark is still on the floor, clearly in some form of pain.
He is a legend. He is a legend because he's basically got one of the most iconic clips ever in the Premier League or British football history.
It was a strong tackling. No hint of a foul.
No,
It
it wasn't a foul. He just, I think he took one down the shin.
Ben Partridge, the physio, coming on to treat Jack Clark. Always a worry when Jack goes down with his hamstring problems that he had last season. Of course, came back, didn't he, for that Halifax game, scored, and then
Yeah.
gone to equalise in a key game at the top end of the table.
I think
And then
I'm gonna give Gareth Southgate all the credit in the world because he's tell the players that they're not to join up with him until Tuesday because they're letting them watch the funeral with their families.
nasty cut on his elbow in the last home game here. Still bandaged up. The referee. Sorry, Mr. Richardson is still looking over the injury. And Jack Clark's starting to sit up. Was that a thumbs up?
I think it was a thumbs up.
Yeah, over on the far side. There's a beautiful sky. It is now a dark sky, but the sky just on sunset was beautiful.
Lovely, yeah.
Regretting it.
Jack's all right over there.
So 0-0. He's up on his feet over there, and
Let's see if there's any scores on the doors.
Steve, when you're finding your way back in, you need to find out about your body first and foremost, don't you?
So we're on today's the 13th, but not a lot. A lot of games are actually off today because of it's AF12, AFR's day.
Nice little bit of play from the beast. Why they've signed the striker.
Do not lose to Southend, please.
Turn it over. Jeff King over on the touchline on the far side, plays it back to Williams, who knocks it into the centre towards quickly, chested down well.
Yeah.
Took off the ball there illegally. Pushing from Castellapata. And, well, Banks wants to take that free kick on the centre spot very quickly, but
She's done the right thing, and I think
play from
she's done the right thing there.
to make sure that the ball couldn't be kicked quickly. And it's played out to King on the right hand side, back to Williams on the halfway line. Short square.
That's who you got to find out. They just kicked off.
Plenty of movement from the Chesterfield players and off the ball. King's on it. Knocks it back to Williams.
They're actually away to North Shields.
Later on, mistake from Grimes. It's an opportunity for Southend. Oh, and it's shot wide there.
Southend went 1-on-1 and missed.
My word. That was a ball into Jamie Grimes. Just lacked concentration a little bit. And Callum Powell was in like
Like a little rocket into it.
absolutely was. And shot wide. And I think he could have taken another
He
3 or 4
could,
paces.
yeah. He could, Phil. He could have got another 3 or 4 yards in front. It's just a bit of a bad touch from Ashley Grimes. But
I've heard of that.
still 0-0.
Well, that will avoid Southend, and they're on the ball at the moment. Grimes makes up with an
Yeah, you can't blame him, but he's always going to remember if he can't ever speak again, he's always going to have that one moment that everyone's going to notice for the rest of their life because everybody knows it. So
Southend showed that they're on the front.
that's so iconic.
And a good long ball down the right side for Mandeville to check. He's not been in the game yet, and he's just given up on that, but he gives the thumbs up.
It was a good ball, Phil.
Oh, that's wrong.
It's caught the
One.
grass and shot out
Yeah.
play.
That's wrong one. It's good.
Post pipe bands in these parts yet. And does look magnificent.
It could do. It might actually do.
Some great bowling from England in the cricket this week as well. A 3-day test match. It's a throw-in taken by on the side of the pitch, turned over again by Chesterfield, laid back by Williams to his keeper, who first time hit for Brandon Hall, just inside his own half.
As if.
Clark in space, and he first time touched it to Miller, who's got Horton going for the overlap Ball's gone out for Chesterfield throw, level with the edge of the 18. Quickly taken by Horton, though, and then put out by put out by Miller.
They haven't said who you're playing yet. It just says 1600 hours on the 25th.
Not sure what the assistant Mr. Bacon was looking at there.
For your next game, so your playoff game hasn't put you against anyone yet.
Ball played up to the chest of Dackers, the only
But it doesn't say.
who's got two yellow shirts around him. And the power of numbers wins the ball, and it's played forward by Southend. But Brandon Horton's there, and a lovely little ball into Banks, who's got two men on him. And
That's what I'm just trying to find out.
Miley, but he just sidesteps his way through and plays it.
He's a great player. I've never seen him when he was here last time.
Yeah.
Great player.
And Oldacre, whose passes are crisp and accurate for 90.
Lee are already going up.
Plays it across. He's not really been in the game, but he's not needed to be in the game.
They should do that.
And he's played it back to Miller. Now he's
Whoever's
right
first
back
should be
line,
in,
two
should
good
be
shots to the centre. Oh, and
should be going up, and it should be the others.
First man just hit him rather than was controlled. It's come all the way out to Williams, back to King, far side, three.
Here we go. Here we go. I managed to find it. So Barrow and Batley will win if one of them wins that they're playing Lee, and Halifax or York are facing Fev at away.
Inside his own half, plays it back to his captain, but that was a real burst down his near side.
He's a great attacking there. Great attacking. I think he played his crossing a little bit too early. Could have gone a little bit further.
King on the ball.
Yep.
Just 7 or 8 yards inside the south end half.
So that'll be an interesting game if it either Halifax or York fears.
And it is Chesterfield nil, Southend nil. The ball played forward towards Quigley. Lays it off to Clark, and once more Miller in that left hand side gets across and just behind everybody, but King almost got that out of nothing as well. He's cleared away by Southend. And keeper Coverland comes towards the halfway line. Oh, Grimes gets there.
You can tell in the Betfred Championship that the top 6 sides are literally far better than the rest when it comes to every season.
Miller back to Banks.
Because and this shows 6th place are on 36 points at
King. How many times have we seen that long ball perfectly received? The answer is a lot. It's back with Banks once more. He's got Horton on the left hand side this time, and that's the ball to play. He's chipped it towards Horton, headed back. Really
So
you
got
Scott Morris,
so you got York City Knights who are on 36, and their next club a place down are on 24.
He was. Autumn was definitely in there. Did well, the fullback.
And I still think because a lot of people were giving Sheffield Eagles a little bit, thinking that we were worse off last season. We've actually done better. We finished 2 places above the drop last time out. Now we finished 8th.
The 2 assistant managers used to play for the other clubs. Darren Curry played for Chesterfield.
Yeah.
Danny Webb played for Southend. So Tony's uncle, Darren's uncle Tony.
Fit.
In the
That's good.
sector.
Here we.
I know that because he was sitting on the meal on my table. So
Wow.
talking with him and his brother. That's Darren's dad as King breaks down the right side. Plays a lovely 1-2 with Mandeville.
Yeah.
King just couldn't quite bring that second ball under control, but he was.
So we've won. So Eagles won 11 games, drawn none, and we actually lost 15.
Foul on Chesterfield, but play on, says the referee. And Quigley's on the edge of the box, gets the shot in, just gone a yard or 2 wide.
Yeah, they've. I think that's points for. We've actually scored more points for than we have against.
It's a shocking challenge.
So and we've only a plus 33 or 31.
He's going to be booking Cav Miley.
He's retiring.
From the Channel Islands.
Yeah.
Next to the number 17.
You can tell out.
It's going to be a long time for him on the pitch tonight.
Yeah. That from 7th to 14th, Sheffield Eagles have got the better points difference because they're the only one in the plus, not the minus.
How close can I get to a player? How hard can I be on a player? So it's not an easy time. You've got a lot.
I still think that's as interesting when you've got a team who's in 7th who have had a points difference of 112, and then you've got one just below it's got plus 31. And are literally 2 points behind them.
Almost Oldham keeper on Saturday and nearly turned over.
The good thing is, we finish above Bradford Bulls on points difference.
Apoplectic, thinking it should be a Chesterfield ball, but it's given Southend's favour. 13 minutes played, goalless. And the referee makes sure Southend take it from the right area. Apart from the fact that they're not taking it from the right area.
10 yards further back.
They should really, I think, they should name something in London after, like a park or something.
Looking frustrated at the referee, but well, we could see exactly where the ball went out. He's still gone back to
Rename quite a lot.
annoys me. If the referee's going to be fussy about it, make sure it takes it
Yeah, they are having to replace everything. It's within the law. When someone passes, everything gets changed from currency and everything. But it takes 2 years. My dad will not win any more medals now in his army career, so he'll just be sticking with with the Queens now. But for the future, everyone will now get it with Charles on.
If he'd been lucky, he'd have seen that there was no blue shirt anywhere.
He should have known where he was.
Yeah, that's one of the old. I'll make a mistake. I'll try and blame somebody else moment.
During the war.
Cheap corner, the first of the game to the Sparrites in the 15th minute. Jeff King, who's burst down the right side. It wasn't who we heard exclusively.
That's what they want.
Background in football with Ron Jenkinson before the match. Getting to know you, Fletcher. So he takes this corner right-footed. Punched away by the goalkeeper. And it was a bit of a haymaker punch, wasn't it? No, actually very, very firm.
That's funny.
Straight away spots William. Beautiful take from William for a very good ball. Old Eggs is back. He's surrounded by yellow. Oh, and a little pirouette from him. And delivers it to Jeff King, who's still on this near side, the Chesterfield left, to the overlap.
Come on, score, please. Let's check some scores while we're here.
Good crossing comes to the
Still, old Champions League of all. Let's see if any. Cardiff are 1-0 up against Middlesbrough.
Great bit of football, that, Phil.
Derby are losing to Lincoln.
Bit of football.
And certainly the movement of
And Charlton are losing to Forest. Are beating Forest Green.
So King, whose last corner was well punched away by the goalkeeper.
I think if I'm correct, how have we not scored? We just hit the bar. I think if I'm correct, this is and I don't know if he's. I don't know if this guy's on loan. I think he might used to be an ex-Man United player, which is Tyler. Is it Blackett? Yeah.
Very, very close.
That was close. I'm straight in line with it.
Yeah. To be fair,
the goals of App. Why are you saying that we've scored when the goal's been disallowed?
Between the two of them, but obviously offside's offside.
But the speed of movement all around the ball, the cross, the finish.
Yep.
First class doesn't count.
And it is Crawley 1, Stockport 1, Grimsby 1, Gillingham 1. Yeovil beating Eastleigh, Torquay 1, Surrey almost 1. So far, Wrexham 0-0, and thank the Lord.
Well, I think that's going out for a throw-in.
I thought it took a deflection, me.
Well, it moved so much in the air, didn't it?
It did.
It volleyed it, and my initial thoughts were the same. But it's gone out for a goal kick, not a throw-in.
So,
that was Dan Mooney's effort. But
finally, score correction, folks. 0-0 still.
Miller, but he's hustled off the ball. He's put him high into the sky by Southend United.
And it's a goal. Goal for North Shields. That is by Regan Patterson. Or Petterson. I've heard of North Shields because they're actual. I don't know if it's South Shields or North Shields, but one of their managers is Kevin Phillips. Yep, ex-Sunderland. But I don't know which one it is. It's either North Shields or South Shields. But it's probably more likely to be South Shields because it's near Sunderland. So let's change one of the scores, folks, which we can change now on stream, which is Pontia 1-0 down to North Shields. Come on! Come on! Come on! Oh, thank the Lord! Because if we keep the pace up, we could stay top of the league. So it's like we got to not afford to lose a single game. Yeah! Because yeah, it's weird. 1-0, happy days, all round.
Really pleased with Jack to get that goal. It wasn't an easy one. He turned on it and then fired his left foot into the top corner.
Because it's weird. Because in the top 6 in the National League, if Chesterfield were to lose this game, we can drop as far as 6th in the league.
Clark had still got a lot of work to do as well.
Clark had got a lot of work to do.
So it shows how mad it is. But there we go, 1-0. Jack Clark, who we signed from Aston Villa.
All of those drills that you do in training when you're playing the close quarter, somebody on you, you've got to think quickly and do something quickly. That was.
Let's see if there's any scores on the doors. It's actually Cardiff 2, Middlesbrough 0.
Chesterfield on top in this game. Clark plays it short. Miller, but he can't quite control and Southend get it back. The turn there from.
And it's Exeter 1, Shrewsbury 0.
A challenge going from Ollie Banks, but the ball runs kindly for Southend and there.
And it is Woking 1, Oldham 0. And have that up your arse, Wrexham. Yeah, because I always have people asking me why do you not like Wrexham so much, because of the fact that they think they're high and mighty because they got Hollywood money. And it show, and I like it if in a league where the club that doesn't have the most money seems to do better than them, because it shows you don't need a lot of money to succeed. And we haven't got a lot of money. All we've got is our own community trust, who have pledged their money and they became the owners. And all 3 of them are actually supporters as well, so it makes it more homely. And they're all from, yeah, and they're all, and they're all from Chesterfield themselves. So let's see at the moment who is playing, folks, for shitey arse Liverpool. We got Becker, Trent Alexander. Ooh, good. Yeah. So you got our. Ooh. Yeah. Trent. You got Alisson, Trent, Matty, Van Dijk. I'm just going to say Greek because I cannot say his name. Elliot, Fabinho, Thiago, Salah, Jota, Diaz. Yeah, I just call him Greek because I think he's Greek. Showing you the lineups quickly because I forgot to show you that quickly. Please do not risk that we've won. They'll get one. They get a chance.
He's got behind his man. He's got an opportunity from the edge of the box. Oh, and he's hit it into the mid-range.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper.
Oh. Chelsea playing RB Salzburg.
Oh, and it's thrown straight into touch by the goalkeeper. He's had more shots on target.
Not bad.
National League, and that's a function of Chesterfield creating more chances, having more shots on target than.
It's gonna be hard.
That's what they do, Phil, don't they? Up and down each channel.
They just create
chance
after chance after chance. And Paul Cook's game, I know. Tabongo Shimanga getting to.
Yeah, because I don't even think Napoli are gonna win tomorrow.
Lots of chances for lots of players. Not having a focus.
Because of what's happened in this country over the last few days, they've not allowed Napoli supporters to come over to. I'm not allowed. No way supporters are allowed. It's more due to the fact that they haven't got the policing.
Doesn't that say everything about Paul Cook? Woking 1, Oldham 0.
That's why I think they should just be allowing home supporters in, but not away. It means you won't need as much police. But it sounds like Scotland. There's a, yeah, there's only, what is it? There's, I've checked to see what dates are available for these fixtures to be put in place. There's only 1 week in February and 1 week in January, and that is it. If the Premier League cannot fit him in those two slots, that means you will not get those games done. So there's one. So they got 2 dates. You got one in January, one in February. If they can't reschedule those fixtures for any of those days, it means then you're not going to have a full fixture list to end the season. So teams will be without fixtures at the end of the season. Especially when one of them is a big game in Chelsea versus Liverpool. And Man United, I'm not going to say Man United versus Leeds, because Leeds are going to be fighting for relegation. Yeah, but yeah, it's just annoying. Oh, Ponte have just hit the post. A header bounced down and back off the post by Alot. Oh, Alot. Can chat in a minute. Just gotta try and put this back on for you folks. I could see us getting promoted, folks, if we keep playing the way we are. And it's a goal for Wrexham. Oh, it's 1-0. It's 1-0 Wrexham, folks. Dagenham and Redbridge, one of the highest scorers in the league. And it's 1-0 to Shiteyars Wrexham. And it is 1-0 Burnley against Preston and 1-0 Stoke against Hull. For Burnley or for Preston? Let's see who's playing for. That's what I'm having a look at. Goal for Burnley was scored by Taylor Harwood Bells. Alright, here we go. Playing for Preston is Woodman, Story, Lindsay, Cunningham, Brady, Johnson, Whiteman, McCann, Potts, Barrett, and Jacobson. What's his name? Oh, sorry. Ollie Palmer scored for Wrexham, folks. Ched Evans, Sean Maguire, Alan Brown, Ryan Ledson, Andrew Hughes, Bambo. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, because I got some prize on that one. Bambo Daibi, what a weird name. David Cornell and Alvaro Fernandez, number 2 on the bench for Preston North End. And Ian, yeah, wow. And I should be happy for Burnley because Chelsea's Loney is playing. Ian Matteson is on the bench. Yeah. See if any other scores have come in. And it is, wow, this is a surprise. The team who made it to the playoff final last season are now losing 1-0 to Wigan. They seem to be losing game after game. I've Liverpool, and I'm gonna. This is no me being disrespectful, but did they actually observe a minute's silence? I want to hear if they've actually done it. Because I mean, from what you've said, it makes it look like they haven't. When you said it, you saw something that said that it felt like they haven't observed a minute's silence. The best thing to find out is if they're on, because I'll know if they haven't observed it, because Liverpool would have brought something else in that they are discussed as something like that. You would, because I already, yeah, because I know. Come on, let's see if they've actually done it. See if they've actually gone to their word and actually called themselves proper British fans.
Mandeville, I think, on the far side, tried to switch it to Horton on left back and ended up whacking it out for a very, very cheap corner. So, as we approach the half an hour mark,
and you know what's weirdly enough? Liverpool have not even put anything out about a minute silence.
I guess at how many there were from Southend as the corner comes in, headed up into the air by King towards the far corner flag where Quigley is patrolling.
Wow.
Not quite found Clark. Fongup just got there first. Clark is battling to try and get that ball from West Fongup over on the far touchline. The south end left, and the ball goes forward. It's taken deflection off Clark. And, well, it's a fifth corner kick to south end.
Coming under a bit of pressure at the minute.
Yeah. But, despite four previous corners, I don't think Coverland's had any serious action to do, has he? The headers have won them every time.
He hasn't had nothing to do really.
Boo!
In the 18-yard area, it's a flat kick.
And found something.
Coverland does come out, punch.
It's different, I'll give it that.
Yeah, he just went through an absolute plethora of players, didn't he? He punched it two-handed and it's cleared away by Chesterfield, and Miller just...
Isolated boos and shouting are heard during the moment of silence for the Queen at Anfield.
Got a throw in from that. Takes it rapidly to Banks, who's got a man on.
It...
Back to Miller, just down in front of us. Miller drops his shoulders, gets past...
No, they said here it's...
Well, Miller tumbled over there.
Yeah.
Miley did give him a little shove.
They've said here there were isolated boos and shouting from a minority of individuals.
Mandeville just cut that ball out from a crossfield pass from...
Bit of a bad decision that actually from the FT to grab hold of his arm.
They were quickly shushed by other fans.
Three paces earlier.
But have you realised that no Champions League teams playing this week?
Don't give the referee the wrong...
Do you not know that Champions League theme's not being played in any of the British games this week? It's due to the fact that the theme that the Champions League theme was the same theme that the Queen got coronated to. So they're doing it out of respect because it's just the right thing to do.
Chesterfield won, Southend won.
Did say he was coming under a bit of pressure.
Yeah, but Paul Cook will not be happy with the Route 1 nature of that.
Oh no. Not that. Southend have scored is 1. Southend have scored is 1-1.
Pal's third goal of the season.
Took it well though, Phil.
He did take it well. He
Took
can't
it really well.
but he
Yeah.
No, he should.
take
No.
it.
Ah.
So Grimes, who got away with one earlier.
He didn't get away with that one though.
Where the man who scored shot wide didn't get away with that one. And from a slightly further to the left position than the one he missed, but not much, was it? But it just inside the post. The keeper didn't really have a chance with that one.
And it is 1-0 Liverpool.
Grimes will be palpitating a little bit because he's under pressure from Powell once more. And
Oh no, it's Mohamed Salah.
dominated this game for the last few minutes when Southend started racking up those corners.
Oh no.
They've got to start all over again. 1-1. Throwing to Southend United in an attacking position.
Come on, Ajax.
Allbar quickly back, helping out in the final third of the park to our right.
And one of your bets is going wrong.
Tom Whelan just walking down the steps to our
Club Brugge beating Porto.
ball today. Long throw comes in and it was aimed at and found Marcus Dackers, but he
Yeah, this is the one I'm surprised at.
controlled it on his thigh and it's being cleared away by Chesterfield for another throw.
Because Porto got a good team.
Long effort from the Shrimpers down this right hand side. It's the same man when they're taking it. Scott Brooks, thus Scott Morris. And, well, there's nobody anywhere near him, is there? So when the referee's sending him back a few yards, which could change his decision, but there's still nobody anywhere near him.
No, it's nowhere near.
And he's played it relatively short of the nearest man, West Brom, but chipped in forward. A nice little turn.
Let's see what's happening on here.
Ollie Banks. And put to the back by Kensdale. And he's got Quigley for pressure, but he just sidesteps Quigley and right puts it out towards Scott Morris on the right side. He nods it down. And Fongle knocks it back. Now it's
That's a bit strange.
inside his own half. Play long towards Dackers, wearing 15. Man on his debut. And Grimes as well lays the ball back to goalkeeper Cobb.
Alright then.
Low trajectory clearance onto the chest of Mandeville.
So hopefully you guys...
Finding first time, but then a ricochet does, and all of a sudden it's Miller on the attack. He's got Horton overlapping down the left hand side. He's waited a little bit too long there. He's offside. Waited too long, Miller.
Waited too long, yes. I thought he's actually going to slip it inside, to be honest with you.
Slipping inside or pass earlier,
Yeah.
and he didn't do either. But that was and it shows the pace of Horton in those sort of medium length runs. So I think he's coming around with the crowd, so I'll give it you now. It is 6,269. 6269 with 274 who have made the journey up from Essex. 6269. So Chesterfield's first three games averaging just a tad over 7,000. So another great crowd for a Tuesday evening game. And well,
Very much so.
Southend, isn't it? Throwing to said Southend. 1-1. Chesterfield pitched for a clean sheet last time round. And offside against Powell, the scorer of the equaliser. Chesterfield, which Grimes has got to take. Been an absolute rock this season.
So it's Chesterfield 1, Southend United 1.
Say that he's possibly not having his best game of the season just at this moment in time. Not been defending too much. He's defended the corners pretty well, as have the rest of his team, but a couple of errors around the edge of the box has led to Powell shots, one wide, one scored.
And it's now Preston 1, Burnley 1.
To his
Is
goal
Cambridge 1, Cheltenham 0, Ipswich 1, Bristol Rovers 0. Bolton 1, MK Dons 0. And Fleetwood 1, Peterborough 0. Exeter versus Shrewsbury is 2-2, and Wycombe are 1-0 versus Accrington.
by Scott Morris, but he didn't do anything with it. Oh, and another good clearance from Tyrone Williams this time. Puts Miley in on attack. Well, he gives the ball away, and it's well read by Horton, who's tackled. And it comes to Powell again, gets a shot in once more. Well, that was straight at the palms of the Chesterfield keeper, who rolls it out straight away. And King is breaking down the right hand side, having received from
So guys, keep putting your questions in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have to put in front of me. It's just nice.
Target. He's got a wall of yellow shirts in front of him, so he half turns and plays it back as Chesterfield try and find a gap in the south end defence. Banks is on the ball, switches it out to King on the right hand side. He volleys it for Mandeville, nodded that back down to King. Dummies it towards Oldacre. Now Mandeville with an opportunity to cross from by the corner flag on the
Come
right
on,
side,
Chesterfield.
towards the centre, headed away by Lapata. Picked up by King on the edge of the 18-yard area. Onto his left foot, shot a little bit too high, goal kick. Well, that's better from Chesterfield.
Far better. We've been out the game for the last 15 minutes, but that is far better play.
Wrexham 1, Dagenham 0, by the way. So in the live table, that puts Wrexham above Chesterfield. We've got Woking 2, Oldham 0, Torquay 1, Solihull 2, and Barnet 0, Dorking 1. So Solihull and Wrexham both leading to Chesterfield's main rivals, Spirites. 6 minutes to the break.
Come on, Chesterfield, let's get a second.
Last season here, of course, it was a 2-2 draw. Chesterfield led 1-0 and 2-1. Sent on Fraser Kerr to help shore up the defence towards the end of the game, and he ended up slicing in an own goal to give Southend an 88th minute equaliser, having seen the Spires having won 4-0 down at Roots Hall thanks to a Danny Rowe hat-trick, and they also beat the Shrimpers 3-1 in the FA Cup. It's Oldacre on the ball deep in his own half under pressure from Pondwood, plays it out to Mandeville, who's a little bit further back than sometimes you'd expect, but in the right position, and he's opened up a little bit of space, and now Horton has got space to run into, but he's played it early in towards Quigley. Quigley holds it up well, he's got options to his right, but when he played that one to the only area that gave Southend danger, and the diminutive Powell's on the run again. He's got
Come on, Chesterfield.
Williams was pushing him wide, and that was a shot with his wrong foot from Powell, wasn't it? And
Spun it round though, Phil, yeah?
He did, yeah. And now with King again, crosses the halfway line, rolls it central to Oldacre inside the final 5 minutes of normal time in this first half. We'll have a little bit of stoppage time for that injury to Jack Clark. Banks on the halfway line, rolls it to Oldacre. We will be taking your social media thoughts, so at 1866 on Twitter and 1866 space on Facebook. It's now Mandeville plays it to Clark, back to Mandeville, he's in a great shooting position, deflection, got out for a
Oh.
It was a good ball in from the right hand side by Clark, a good shot in by Mandeville, but fine defending. You've just got to get something on him sometimes, haven't you, Steve?
Yeah, it's just off the end of his toe, but great effort from Mandeville. Great football as well.
Young Hill Bromley 1.
Come on, let's have a goal from there.
Yeah. Any time's a good time to score, but
just before half time
is what they always say.
Just before half time.
41:08 it says on the near side corner for Chesterfield. Both arms up from Jeff King. Played towards the far stick, headed away by Southend, and Powell just gets something onto it, and he straight away goes on the run. It's opportunity for Southend to break now as Fongut crosses the halfway line. Powell shouting for it. He's got Brandon Horton for company and Mandeville as well. Good challenge in from Horton, and Powell went down thinking he got a foul, and actually handballed it, but I don't think the linesman would have seen
that. Seen that.
He handballed it just before it went out, didn't he? So anyway, the throw is given, which we were expecting, even though it should have been a free kick, but it's not really made much difference, because I think if it had been a free kick, Chesterfield would have probably rolled it into exactly the same place that they took the throw in. Oldacre on the halfway line, right side, chip forward towards Mandeville, who's controlled that well, but he's got to turn round to try and find some space. He's got past Fongut, he's on the corner of the 18-yard area, plays it out to Clark, who's got King overlapping, but he's still Leicester on number 11. Now he just played it to King, but he's just crowded out a little bit, but gets a cross in towards Quigley. Quigley just eased off the ball a little bit. He's gone out for a corner kick to Chesterfield, so the Spirites starting to get back in a higher gear at the moment as we approach half time. Let's hope it's not one of those that we don't want the half time whistle to come.
No, I think we've got a few minutes of extra time as well.
Oh, Miller taking his corner. So change of taker. Miller on this near side. The referee's telling him, I think he's not happy with the ball, right? No, he doesn't like the ball. So whether it was Miller who said the ball's not right. So new balls. Flushing Meadows speak. And, well, is that going to be, we're going to have a Williams as a scorer with the Flushing Meadows?
We hope so.
That'll be good, wouldn't it? Yeah. Oh, and Chesterfield now changed their mind. And having lined up for Miller to take the kick with King at the far post, they've changed their mind and King is going to take this one. Not quite sure why that is. Yeah, and it's played short to Jack Clark. King gets the
Great
ball
ball.
towards the far post. Take well juggled by the goalkeeper. Gets there 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th time of trying.
Come on, Chesterfield, get right in the game.
But his heart is beating. He was juggling with it, wasn't he?
Yeah. That was a real juggle from Colin and Dye. Teenage keeper. Steve Arnold, the normal regular starter for Southend, but he took a bit of a back injury 3 or 4 games ago. And the reports on this youngster have been pretty positive.
God, Chesterfield, we need to get a goal, boys. If we don't win this game, I just think we've let something slip.
Header away from Southend there, straight into the path of Jack Clark, bursting down the inside right channel too quickly. Oh, and he tries to cross that in for Miller, and it's cut out again. Thinking it might have been better having a shot.
Shot himself.
The ball played back to Southend. We're in the final minute here on 1866 Sport Live with National Windscreen, sponsor since 1984. It's Chesterfield 1, Southend 1, and Banks on the edge of the 10-yard circle. He is so off, plays it to Ollie, falls down and allows Fondup to start a counter-attack. It's played outfield now, and well, Powell plays it into the centre. Oh, and that was
It's an horrendous ball.
that was a poor ball, yeah, straight into the grasp of Lucas Coughlin. And again, a bit of a mistake by Chesterfield. It's oh, and it's clipped the top of the post. The shot coming in from Southend United. Banks it was that time, but well, I don't think the communication was there.
Nice of you, guys. Come on, go down.
What's he doing?
Anyway, Southend physio coming on. We've had 45 minutes, so the fourth officials got his board.
Red card?
What?
Ollie Banks has been sent
Gave
off.
red card.
Oh right, Ollie Banks has been red carded.
What? Chesterfield are down to 10 men. Chesterfield are down to 10 men.
That changes the outlook, doesn't it? So
Chesterfield are down to 10 men.
I just saw him make a mistake. Tried to win it back. Didn't say anything reckless.
Not sending off at all.
But Ollie Banks has been sent off. Chesterfield's main man in the centre of midfield this season was going to miss 3 games unless there's something when we look at the video replay that we weren't
Didn't see that, Phil.
expecting.
That's not a sending off at all. Just challenged for the ball.
Well, he made a mistake, tried to get it back, didn't he? So, anyway, it's going to be a goal kick all that. But Chesterfield for the second time this season down to 10 men. Almost lost Lucas Coughlin in the first match of the season down at Dorking, and they lost Brandon Horton in the last match. Second yellow was a case of mistaken identity that was rescinded. But, well,
2-0 Wrexham, folks.
the game now to what it could have been a little wee while ago. Southend equalisers have had the chance of that, and I'm sure will have changed your views. So, well, the fourth official has said 2 additional minutes, but I think there'll be more than that now because of the sending off. There'll be 3, and we've already had 1.5 anyway. So, well, Paul Cook has got a bit of thinking about to do, and free kick goes Chesterfield's way for a shove on Quigley on the halfway line. Paul Cook, he's breathing down his t-shirt, isn't he? I don't know.
I think he's highly disappointed, if I'm totally honest.
Yeah. Well, until we see a video, if there is a video, of course, because the cameraman might not have been pointing towards Banks. Well, yeah, I suppose he would have been, yeah. So, be interesting to see. Quickly chest that down well, plays it out to Hawke on this near side. He's down by the corner of the 18-yard area, played it infield, and it's come to Quigley, but there's been a little bit of an interception from Southend that took some pace out of the ball, so Chesterfield will start again. Referee has a good look at his
Come on, stamp.
so,
Look at Beaumont.
the boos of the Chesterfield supporters around for that red card. At half-time,
Half time, folks. Chesterfield 1, Southend 1.
Now, a bit of a mistake by by Jamie Grimes, equalised on 33. And Steve Williams, well, apart from a 10-minute spell, totally dominant from Chesterfield. But they're up against
And now Ponty are down to 10, folks.
Other than that 10 minutes. I'd actually turned away when he's gone in for the challenge. For me, is it a sending off? It's his first bad tackle that he's done all game. It wasn't above the ball, apparently, so why has he been sent off?
Well,
You see he's going to get a few boos as he's walking off the field.
yeah, referee Richardson.
And I will talk to you guys in about a few minutes. I'm gonna go in there. I'm now back, folks.
Autobiography. Stan was delighted at the idea. He was thinking of doing one anyway. And he read the George Best book, rang me up and said, let's go with this.
So far, it's just for one. So far, at the moment, it is Chesterfield 1, Southend United 1. Not a very good first half from the boys in blue, but like I say, second half, you never know. We could come out the box in the second half, you never know. It all just depends on how the team plays. Let's just see what happens. It is Frankfurt 1, Marseille 0. It's still Leverkusen 0, Atletico Madrid 0. Blackburn have beaten Watford 1-0 at half time. Stoke 2-0 up against Hull. Wigan 1-0 up against Huddersfield. Cardiff 3-0 up against Middlesbrough. Sheffield United 0-0 away at Swansea, and it's still Preston 1, Burnley 1. Barnsley are 1-0 up against Port Vale. It's Portsmouth 0, Burton 0. It's Forest Green 1, Charlton 1, Cambridge 1, Cheltenham 0. It's Ipswich 1, Bristol Rovers 0, Lincoln 1, Derby 0, Bolton 1, MK Dons 0, Fleetwood 1, Peterborough 0. It is Plymouth 0-0 versus Oxford. 2-2 again. 2-2 between Shrewsbury and Exeter. And Morecambe versus Accrington Stanley. And it is 0-0 also between Morecambe and Sheffield Wednesday. In League 2 it is Northampton 1-0 up away at Wimbledon, Doncaster 1-0 down away at Barrow. It's 2-1 so far at half time for Crawley at home to Stockport.
You think Paul Cook will start thinking about bringing the likes of Akinola on for either Manuel Clark or
So far, as it stands, we are going second in the league, and I don't want us to be second in the league. I do not want to be behind the Welsh grabbers who think they know better.
We'll find out in a few moments whether that's going to be the case, because it'll be the second half coming next here in 1866 sport, where at the break it is Chesterfield 1.
And it'd just be just a case of just playing well, play with your heart on your sleeve, and just go for it. You never know what can happen. But, like, just... It's like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. We gotta play better. But, Ollie Banks should not got sent off. He's an ordinary challenge. And he got boring sent off. It's like, what seems saying enough and what doesn't.
Wide, Gus Scott Morris and Tom Clifford. In midfield, Dan Mooney, Wes Fongup, Cav Miley behind the strikers. Excuse me, Callum Powell and Marcus Tackers. Powell, the scorer of the equaliser. And Spyrites, well, I can see the 3 attacking midfielders on, so it looks as though it's the same 10 that ended the first half. So Connolly in goal, King, Williams, Grimes and Horton, with Oldacre, Mandeville, Clark and Miller in midfield, and Quigley. Excuse me, Quigley up top. So no changes. I possibly thought that one of the attacking midfielders, Steve, might have been sacrificed for a more defensive one.
No, I think Paul's just going for let's attack them. Let's see what we can do for it.
So Chesterfield will be defending the north stand area. As my daughter just bring me a cup of coffee. I don't think she's brought you one, Steve, has she?
I don't know.
Well.
I don't know, Phil.
So yeah, Southend will be kicking off in this second half, and they have kicked off. And,
Second half is underway. Chesterfield 1, Southend United 1.
And Chesterfield, well, looks as though they've gone 4-4-1, doesn't it, really? Or is it 4-1-3-1? Let's find out, because Southend are on the attack at the moment. And Dackers knocks that ball into the centre, but I think well, King sees it out towards the touchline, but it is picked up on this near side by Clifford. Plays a 1-2 with Fongut. Back to the central defender, Kemsdale, who switches it over to the right-hand side. Nice little bit of volley take from Southend, but well intercepted by Darren Oldacre. It's played forward by the Spyrites, but the extra man, I think, counts there.
Come on, Chesterfield, if we can get back in front, I think we can hold on, but we just need to get back in front, that's all we can do.
From Southend, but not given, and a shot goes in, and Southend have taken the lead, and it's the man on his debut, Marcus Dackers, who scored just 45 seconds into the second half.
That's 2-1 Southend.
It's a big turnaround, because it's
2-1 Southend.
With the goal. But it looked to me as though
it was offside.
Yep, well, certainly the ball in was offside, but not given.
Offside.
As the round of applause for Nick Wall, who passed away at the age of 46, goes on. Great Chesterfield supporter with his son Nick on the big screen at the moment. So Marcus Dackers has given Chesterfield a massive mountain.
It's a mountain and a half to know.
And well, Chesterfield had an opportunity or two to clear the ball, but Southend were persistent, and they really, I think, on the first clearance made the extra man count, didn't they?
It most definitely did, yeah. Out come our substitutes. We're going to have some changes.
Well, knowing Paul Cook at half time, he'll have wanted to go on out and win the game.
He would have done, yes.
No question about that, but they'll now be wanting to whoever's on the park is the most likely 10 to score a goal, I suppose. So that makes you think that's the 10 around there now. He thought that in the first place, didn't he?
Yeah.
So anyway, a nice little turn from Miller, but he couldn't quite find Horton. The ball wellied into touch by Scott Morris for Chesterfield throw on the far side. So the big man, we might have been expecting the danger to come from the air. It's come from the deck for Dackers. But now Miller plays it out to Horton. First time ball in, intercepted, comes back to Horton. Finds Miller, corner of the 18-yard area, back to goal. Plays it back out to Horton. Cross comes in deep towards the far post where King gets header in, and it was always going to go wide when it left his head out for a goal kick. Good cross, decent position for King. Just got his header a little bit wrong.
Has a play gone down there now?
All right. We might be seeing some skullduggery.
Yeah, it could be a long second half.
Yeah, we might be seeing some skullduggery. As Southend physio comes on, we're not, don't want to say that he's not hurt, but I didn't see anything that occurred there.
No, there was nothing there.
King won the header freely. It freely and fairly. He didn't bang heads with anybody.
No, he didn't bang heads with him at all.
There's Kevin Mayer, as well as with Wes Fongut. And he's going to pass something on to Callum Powell, the man who scored Southend's first goal. So Spurs have a lot of work to do if they're going to make it 4 wins on the bounce. And, just a lot of work to do to avoid a defeat tonight. First thing I always wish for at the start of every season is an unbeaten home season. And well, there's never been one in the history of Chesterfield.
No.
And it's a tough thing to do, but you don't want to be losing that record in September.
Early doors.
Anyway, the Southend player is up and he's being helped off the pitch, and it will be a goal kick to the Shrimpers after all that. Sparrites trail by 2 goals to 1 here on 1866 Sport Live with
Flash Ball's getting a bit of a word.
Yeah, I think Cook is going to get booked. He is. Paul Cook is booked for the 2nd time this season. So certainly the Chesterfield contingent in the crowd don't agree with that decision. And if Southend do win tonight, it will be the 6th time in his managerial career that Paul Cook will have lost to Southend and for all of his clubs. And he hasn't lost to anybody more than that in England. He's only lost when he was a manager in Ireland more times. So Southend are not his favourite club.
Let's hope we can turn it around then, Phil.
Southend on the ball in their own half. Oh, no, mistake there, and Miller spots the opportunity but then doesn't pass the ball. The crispness of passing that was available, that was on show for the first 25 minutes of this game, wonderful to watch. Not there at the moment. Chesterfield are man down, so it's always going to be a little bit difficult. Chesterfield's Hollywood pass man, Ollie Banks, in the stands. Red card. Southend on the halfway line, far side, in their all-yellow kit. And forced backwards. Plays the ball out to Kensdale. Now Clifford on this near side, the left wing back to the left side of central defender. Infield for Lapata. And now burst down the left-hand side, but Tyrone Williams has got that one sorted out, and he plays it back to Coverland. Didn't quite catch it right. And Coverland had to get there to prevent it going out for a corner. He's kicked it clear. It's gone out for a throw in right by Paul Cook to Southend. And the drum you can hear is the Southend drum at the moment. We are a lot for Owen, headed away by Williams, but it only finds Dackers infield towards Southend. They get another shot in. Tony deflection, that is offside. And the flag goes up late there. Free kick to Chesterfield, but it was one of those moments that you heart's in your mouth, wasn't it?
It was squeaky bum time.
But definitely offside. But as I've said before, Steve, you know, I don't absolutely understand late flags when VAR's in action. But what's the point when there's no VAR? You're going to make a decision.
There's no point whatsoever.
No. I don't like VAR either. So that's a different
destroying the game.
Throwing to the Sparrites on the far side. And I hated it even more when I found out we had it at Chelsea and the club had to pay for it. Anyway, Southend turn it over, and they're looking the brighter side at the moment, and it's with Powell, gets another shot in, forces a little bit of downward movement from the goalkeeper, the Chesterfield keeper, to keep that one out. So Powell, just a darting little player, big man, little man. But the two strikers have got one each. It's played up by Chesterfield into the air, where well, it's easily won in the air by Hobson, but the header picked up by the Sparrites. Now Jack Clark cuts through 2. He's got a lot of work to do still. Plays it out to Jeff King, right side of the 18-yard area. Ball comes into the centre, headed down by Southend, picked up by Jack Clark, who's got King overlapping. And, well, King checks his run because he thinks he's going to go offside. Played back to Mandeville, and now Oldacre a little bit further away from the target area of the Sparrites, but played back out to King, who's going to try and get a cross in. No, he's played it short to Mandeville. He gets the cross in towards Quigley, and it's going to fall. Is it for Miller? Oh, he's just nicked off his toes just as he was pulling the trigger, throwing Sparrites far side.
There's opportunities here, Phil. They panic when we come forward.
Miller should over surely there on the edge of the 18-yard area. He is. Free kick. It's 12 yards from the goal line, left side of the 18-yard area. Referee gets his chalk out, marks where the ball needs to go. Mandeville again is the man, left back on the halfway line. And he's got Horton not quite back on the halfway line, in sort of a halfway house position. So Chesterfield taking a little bit of a risk for the quick ball out.
We've got to take a few risks.
Well, you always have when you're trailing and you're a man short. So King with the free kick, left side of the 18-yard area. Right foots it towards the near post. It's a yellow head puts it out towards Jamie Grimes, who's lets it roll for the throw in on this near side. King sprinting over to take this one. As the Sparrites kick towards the cop end. 2-1 down. Throwing taken to Clark, back to King. Drops his shoulder a little bit, but he's got 3 yellow shirts in front of him. Has to go diagonally backwards towards Mandeville, who turns away and loses out. It's an opportunity for Southend to break away. Good protection of the ball by Williams. He doesn't win the tackle, but he keeps Southend at bay. Still in Southend territory, and switch from left to right to Scott Morris over on the far side, who's got Miller for company, and it's pulled back towards Cav Bailey on a yellow card. And it's once more out on the far side with Scott Morris. And well, Southend playing the ball really quickly now, Steve, aren't they? Like Chesterfield were early on. They've got the confidence up. Or a good overhead clearance from Jeff King to prevent Fogcook getting in. He's gone out for a throw-in right by the Southend dugout.
Looking a bit of taking a...
Oh, another Southend player goes down for treatment. And it's Casper Laparta. And he's been treated. His upper right leg, I think it is, isn't it, Steve?
His thigh, looks like his thigh.
Right, so
right thigh.
Central defence. He might be struggling a little bit because it's his first appearance of the season. He's been on the bench. But,
is this the lad that they signed from Sheffield United?
Yes, it is. That is exactly him. And Laparta's up on his feet now. And comes off the field.
Like
the Notts County game isn't off, so
come on, Chesterfield!
Which we both saw. They are in the lead against Aldershot, so that's and Halifax lead Gateshead 1-0 as well. So a few results going not the way that Chesterfield and Chesterfield supporters would like to see them. And that means that in the live table at the moment, Spirett's down to 4th position. Wrexham top, Notts County, Solihull, then Chesterfield, Bromley, who lead 1-0 at York. So now with Williams, 56 minutes played, Spirett's 1, Southend 2, and there is going to be a substitution by Southend, and it will be Laparta going off. The ball's in play, so it can be when it comes on. It's going to be Louis Lomas, so it's going to be a straight swap for Laparta. So to be fair, he's probably just feeling the after effects of playing a hard game and his first match of the season. It's in the middle of September as the ball chipped forward by Southend, nodded down by Grimes, picked up by Miller, but as the ball nicked off his toes, Fogcook in the 10-yard circle, slips by 1, slips by 2, but he can't get beyond Williams, and it's now Clark just inside his own half. He's got Quigley in front of him, good ball to Quigley, who turns around Hobson, gets to the left side of the 18-yard area, plays it behind him for Miller. There's 4 blue shirts in the box, played deep towards Jeff King. He's headed out for a corner kick.
Great ball in that, Phil.
It was a great ball in. Clifford knew he had to get something there. The substitution is being made, and Laparta goes off, and Louis Lomas comes on with 58 on the clock. So corner to the Spirett's right side. Miller's gone for the short one. King's still got the ball in his hand, and the two of them, well, Miller has now got the ball in his hand. King's still only a couple of yards away from him, so is Miller going to play it short or long? He's played. Oh, it's a poor corner. The only thing good to come out of that is Chesterfield have got another corner. Yeah. But they don't want to hit it as poor as that.
I was going to say training ground rehearse, but that was far from it.
Yeah. That was a training ground rehearse while everybody's wearing blindfolds, I think. This time King takes that one. Better ball in towards the far stick. Headed away again by the visitors who lead. And they're going to clear it from the right back. Hope. Anywhere will do, and it's picked up by Brandon Horton, who gives it straight to Marcus Dackers. Oh, and he plays it forward. Oh, and the offside flag's again gone up very, very late there. Dackers ball forward towards Powell. Powell's offside. The referees brought the ball back, saying it was a rolling ball for Chesterfield's free kick. And they actually then take the ball 15 yards away from where the offence was, and that's okay. Oldacre in the 10-yard circle switches it from the centre to the right, and King has got Clark overlapping. He's played the ball in towards Quigley when he's just took a slight deflection and took it away from Quigley.
Away from his head, didn't it?
Yeah, Scott Morris clears again. He's chests it down, picks up on the far side. Dan Mooney lays it back to Miley, and now Fogcook in a bit of space on the edge of the 10-yard circle, brings it to left side of Clifford, who's in a lot of space, but his ball isn't a good one towards Powell, and Williams is. Well, he was hoping to run that out for a goal kick, but he does even better than that when he realised it might not go that far. And well, he put it into touch, and we're going to see for the first time at the Technique Stadium Tim Akinola, and he's coming on for Calvin Miller. So what we thought might happen at half time
It's happened now.
has happened now, yeah. So right on the hour mark. So Calvin Miller, who assisted Jeff King's goal at Oldham last time out. So Tim Akinola on loan from Arsenal, and some pitch time at Boundary Park in one of the 3 attacking midfield positions. We've straight away gone next, immediately adjacent to Oldacre, hasn't he? So,
He has, yes.
So it's a 4-2-2-1 really for Chesterfield now. We've got with the 7 in 11.
And this way Joe's going to work really, really hard up there.
Yeah, Mandeville and Clark sort of wider, so it's not quite 4-4-1. It is really 4-2-2-1. As Southend break down the right hand side, and the ball played out to Scott Morris. Good ball in front, and nice ball into towards Powell, who had a great opportunity to all but kill the game, but he's put it over the bar. It was it got Tyrone Williams for close company, and Williams probably did just enough.
Come on, Chesterfield.
Goal kick taken quickly by Coverland to Jeff King, but you're going to get Southend having chances like that because Chesterfield have got to push forward. Half an hour left and they trail and they're a man down. It's played to Mandeville, who's got behind the back line by the corner flag, and that's overhit. But Brandon Horton spotted it and sprints up to gather that before it goes out, so it's his turn to get the crossing. That's a better one towards Quigley, not down.
Oh, come on, Chesterfield.
Lanced it too much, didn't he? And it's cleared away by Southend up to Dackers, who scored the goal that put Southend. Defender Kensdale.
It's a goal, folks, for Portsmouth.
Hawk on the left hand side. Back to Oldacre. Switches play. He's got to do his own role and Banks' role at the moment. As King receives. Now Akinola's first touch. Stabs it forward, but just intercepted by Fonbuck to give.
It's Chesterfield 1, Southend United 2.
And we're gonna, the flag is poised with his flag as Fonbuck runs through. It's gone all the way through to Coverland, so but we all knew it was offside.
It's just a silly rule.
It can flag, and the referee can choose to ignore it, can't he? Let it run through to the goalkeeper. But he can flag. As Quigley just gets a little turn to that. Is he held back? He's got the ball back anyway. He's outside the box. He's got an awful lot of work to do. He's on the left side of the 18-yard. He gets a shot in.
Yes! Come on! Come on!
Cue the song.
Come on!
Joe Quigley.
Joe Quigley! I'll say that. Let's go win this now, folks! Come on!
Getting it.
Get in! 2-2! Chesterfield are back in it!
I tell you what, Phil, that is absolutely brilliant. I'm very, very delighted for the lad.
Joe Quigley, get in! Go and win it now, boys! Let's go and win it!
The net there, in off the post, is an absolute great goal.
It is Chesterfield 2, Southend United 2. But talk about go for it, go for it, don't give up, don't give up.
Persistence.
Absolutely fine. It's not going to ever win a goal with a season competition, but I tell you what, very rarely will an individual have put as much into a goal as that.
Yeah.
Get in! Joe Quigley.
A bit more confidence to keep on going at it.
Well, did they? I don't think a change happened there. The fourth official writing something down, but I think he might just be writing the score down, perhaps.
Get in, Quigley! Get in!
Quigley song. Being sung there, the White Ballet. It goes by the name of Joe Quigley. Just see the moon over the east stand there, beautiful coloured moon. As the cross comes in from Southend towards the far stick, and King gets something onto that, nodded forward by Mandeville, but picked up by the yellows of Southend United, the Essex boys. And good persistence by Mandeville, forced them to go backwards, and substitute Lomas gets his first touch in anger on the halfway line and plays it forward towards Miley. Nice little play from Southend, but then they overhit the ball too high for Powell. Chesterfield throw in. Woking 3, Oldham 0. is the scoreline. Halifax 2, Gateshead 0. Borehamwood 1, Maidenhead 0. So, well, 2-2 with 26 minutes left. You are listening to 1866 Sport Live with national windscreens, the local company with the national network.
Come on, Chesterfield, just hang on in there. Let's go and get the winner.
Powell and Dackers 2-2. And, well, both sets of fans hopeful as nice little nod back by Brandon
great little head back.
Joe Quigley, you lovely hunker man. What a saviour.
We're going to be seeing Jess Ukegbulen coming on for the Sparrites. He'll probably come on for Jack Clark. And Clark being nurtured back into this side after.
He's got some good legs on him, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. He's very quick, Ukegbulen. For a young, inexperienced lad, very confident too as well. Kick down the middle, and Quigley gets the header, plays it out to Horton on the left-hand side. Horton looking to see what to do, and he's played it into a sea of yellow there. He was trying to pick a lock to get through to Quigley. A nice bit of defending from Grimes, and well, with Powell.
That's brilliant.
That's better from Grimes from what we saw a couple of times in the first half. As Williams switches it to this near side to King. Oh, and late challenge in there from the South End man there on Jeff King. Well, the Chesterfield fans in the face of the referee, and they're saying that that challenge in from Tom Clifford was every bit as bad as Ollie Banks' challenge. So what's the referee got to do here? Mr. Richardson, he was the centre of attention just before half-time, and there looked a lot of similarities in the challenge from Ollie Banks. So Tom Clifford, the left wing-back, is with the referee. The referee's got his notepad out, but he's got, well, there was certainly a yellow card in his notepad. He's not held anything up yet. Tom Clifford, well, he's writing the Southend player's name down, which makes me think it will be a yellow card. Yeah, and it is.
Barrett.
And you can hear what the Chesterfield fans think of that as we approach the three-quarter mark of this game in a minute or so's time.
He's caught him well as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. And Jeff King.
Spell equaliser. So it's Chesterfield 2, Southend United 2.
Sort of character that, yeah, it will have hurt, but he might be just trying to emphasise.
Play on it a little bit, is that what we're trying to say?
Yeah. Chesterfield fans in no doubt who they think the villain of the piece is here. Torquay 1, Solihull 3.
Jeez.
So, Torquay really struggling after they all but went up 2 seasons ago. They've struggled since then, haven't they? Gary Johnson and Aaron Downs as goals. So King on his feet. The referee has got his board out. So I think we are seeing the Ukegbulen coming, aren't we? It seems such a long time ago we said he was coming on. I've forgotten. Yeah, so Ukegbulen will be coming on, and. Well, I can't see Jack Clark moving. I can't see the number on the board because the referee.
Come on! Chesterfield 2, Southend United 2. We're on our own!
It's a sensible move. It's a sensible move. Scorer of the opening goal of this game, 68th minute. Yes, coming on. And that'll be a straight swap. But what Paul Cook and Co will be looking for, Steve, there will be just a bit of electric pace.
Yeah, it's the pace to link up with Quigley.
Free kick taken by
Aye,
Cullen. Quigley chests it down. He's got his shirt all over the place. Comes out to Akinola.
Barcelona are now 2-0 down to Bayern Munich.
On his left foot, he's trying to shot.
Yes! 3-2! Incredible!
King! Long live the King!
Long live the King! On the day of the week that we have a new king in the country, Jeff King goes and scores the goal right when it's the game. Wrexham, you ain't denying us top spot. We are going up. 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 Jeff King, Chesterfield 2, Southend United 2. Come on! We are top league. We are top league. Sweet Topley! Kane!
It's had just about everything. I don't want to say apart from a penalty.
Still 21 minutes.
Come on!
Still a long way to go.
Kane!
Well, they could have been equal-handed a few moments ago.
Oh my God!
For Clifford. And we were in a good position to see that one.
Chesterfield 3!
A nasty little one.
Stanford 2!
And quickly
Oh!
with his shirt being tugged all
That's
over
a
the
ball, referee.
Oh, that is in the face of Jamie Grimes.
Get in!
That was Big Dackers. Well,
Jeff King!
Coward.
Oh my word!
Grimes is up on his feet.
I did not expect.
Well, the
They
referee's,
winded him that as
the referee's given
What a...
foul, but not
For going 2-1 down,
decided to.
we come back house on fire and show what Chesterfield are all about.
It's a normal time.
Kingy!
Alright.
Getting Kingy. And Sheffield Wednesday 1. Morecambe 0. It took Sheffield Wednesday 70 minutes to break down Morecambe.
The referee not blindside the linesman. Akinola on the ball.
We don't know who scored for the Owls,
Plays it to Oldade.
but I tell you when it pops up. I'm out of breath. Get that goal. It's Josh Winders, folks.
Neither of them come out with the ball, but Clifford reacts the quickest. King goes in for a challenge and a free kick.
referee, what are you doing?
So, yeah, King isn't always.
Anyway, that was some challenge that was, Phil.
It was on Fonduk. It wasn't the man who fouled him. It was on Fonduk. But I tell you what, it almost was such a strong tackle. It nearly took Clifford out as well.
It did.
I love that. The phrase when King scores, long live the King!
Yeah.
Or is it? No, he isn't.
He's having a word with someone else. I'm not sure what's up. Yeah. And yeah, if you're able
It's
to look at
Jeff King, 68 minutes played. Chesterfield 3, Southern United 2.
well worth.
Scorer Jeff King!
And I really don't know what all this hold up is for. I don't know what is
What's
this?
the hold up?
I'm not sure. The referee's whistling was something.
No.
And he's booked Jeff King. After all of that, he's
After
booked
all
Jeff
that?
King. I don't know what that's all about. I've no idea what that is all about. And King was marching towards the fourth official. He thinks it's the fourth official that's.
The fourth official has done it.
And King's now gone down, wanted some treatment.
I have four.
You need to walk off.
And that is King's fourth booking of the season. So he's one away from a suspension. And,
Look at the time scale that it's just took though for him to book him.
yeah, I really don't know what. The referee moved, whistle started, pointed, this, that, and the other, and well, 2 minutes of nothing. Which will be no good when the fourth official
Right,
holds up that board at the end if it's still 3-2.
Go on, son.
Anyway, UK Bowler gets it and he's powering past the defenders. He's done the edge of the 18-yard area. He's gone into the box. He's got the cross in, but it's cut out for a corner kick. What pace we saw from the former Matlock man there.
Wow. Linford Christie, eat your heart out. Jeez.
Well, he absolutely left Sean Hobson there.
So
in his
that's
wake.
we need to get the ball up to quickly and a little flick on so we can get them around the back.
Not got many men in the box, so is this playing safe or is it a bizarre tactic? Or are they all going to run in at the end? Southend not left anybody outside the box bar. Powell, who's only about 5 yards outside the box.
Straight off the training.
Is a third goal for Wrexham,
Straight from the corner.
but
Offside given, it must have touched somebody quickly at the far post. But that was not far from a direct from the corner.
Was it?
Phil Walker special.
Training ground, that was straight from the training ground.
My word. York one, Bromley one. As goal kick taken short by
They're not good
Southend.
enough to play out from the back like that.
Immediately under pressure from short-handed Chesterfield. Akinola slides and wins that ball.
Take
It's
it.
now O'Keg Boolan. He's got yellow shirts in front of him. He's forced out wide to the touchline. Wins the throw-in. That was pretty good from the youngster. Notts County 2, Aldershot 0. Halifax 2, Gateshead 0. And Scunthorpe have equalised at Altrincham 1-1. It's Chesterfield 20 points, Wrexham 19, Notts 18, Solihull and Bournemouth 17 at the top of the live table as we speak. So going, taken by the Slides to Quigley down by the byline, getting closer towards the corner flag as he tries to find. He's got a corner ladder up, well held.
Well done.
If you are a corner better, one of those 11 or more, that is the 13th corner of the game. 8 to Chesterfield, 5 to Southend, and about 4 of those at Southend were in about a 4-minute period.
4-minute period, yes it was.
So, I think it's double substitution for the visitors. Jake Hyde, who picked up a hamstring injury in the first game of the season, hasn't played since, and Jack Bridge are preparing to come on. Whether they come on before or after the corner remains to be seen. But they're right on the touchline. But the corner has been taken by Chesterfield now, and it's taken short back to King.
As you guys know, it is Chesterfield 3, Southend United 2. What a response from the boys. We went 2-1 down, but that wasn't going to face us because we come back with 2 quick fire goals. They'll put us in front and return to the top of the league. Of course, Wrexham, you ain't staying there because it's us.
Played out wide right to Mandeville. Good ball as well. It's forced Mandeville to go forwards. He's got nobody short to him, so he's going to think about
and
Chesterfield playing a little
it is 4-0. 4-0 Wrexham, folks. 4-0 Wrexham against Dagenham. But it doesn't matter here, folks, because however, if Chesterfield keep winning their games, Dagenham are always, Wrexham are always going to finish above us.
Chesterfield 3, Southend 2, and Quigley's persisted with that.
Go on, Quigley!
On the left side of the 18-yard area. He's just stepped inside. He's got yellow shirts all around him. Space on the right in the form of Jeff King. And he's on the right side.
Do you mean Jeff King? Long live the King!
Headed up in the air by the
That's my phrase, long live the King.
Bounced in front of them eventually.
It's I'm still in shock because I didn't expect us to be where we were. We were having this issue. We were scoring goals.
Turns it back to Jeff King, back to Tyrone Williams.
And then we just got to go and do what we can do and do as much as what we can do. But that's all we can do at the end of the day is do our part. And that's all you can do. And that's all you can ask for at the end of the day.
I think not to touch off the head of Tyrone Williams, and here we've got the substitutions. So
if we just play the way we are, we play with passion, we play with heart, we play with absolute certainty, I think we can do no wrong.
He's on a booking. It's Jack Bridge. There's 2-1 for him. And the big man Marcus Dackers has been replaced by a man on loan from Wrexham, Jake Hyde.
I think he's played well as well, hasn't he, Phil?
Yeah, well, it's his first game in Southend colours. He's made appearances for Salford this season, but he's not got the gas in his tank, I don't think. I think it's a question of lack of gas. As King plays that ball back to Covell, and Covell's got a sprint to try and keep that in. He can't. It's a corner to Southend United. So, a bit of a cheap one from Chesterfield.
Cheap, very cheap.
That's near side. So, well, they've not got a big man in there, but they've got Jake Hyde in who knows what he's doing, who isn't a small man by. That was 2 yards over the line, and the linesman's given the throw in. Played into the centre, cleared away by Grimes, but that was miles over the line.
2 yards over the line.
Oh well, fair enough. So anyway,
just need to pick up some men there. There's a few floating.
Yeah, there are plenty of yellow shirts, but on a nice little burst down the right hand side, and well, the substitute Bridge stumbles over just as he gets into the box.
Is that a bookable offence?
Well, I think he just. Oh, and Akinola.
And it is Sheffield, Sheffield Wednesday 2, Morecambe 0. Morecambe are starting to crumble under Sheffield Wednesday pressure.
Still arguing with the referee, and the ball came straight to him, didn't he?
Yeah.
So it's a dangerous free kick for Southend, right corner of the 18-yard area.
It is Club Brugge 3, Porto 0, and it is still Liverpool 1, Ajax 1.
And Akinola on as subs for Chesterfield, so Cooper, Gayassi and Akinola still
But the Jets, yeah.
Joining him. He's another speed bird, so he might come on for Joe Quigley, who's had a great game, but that speed might just as the free kick comes in, headed up into the air by Grimes. It's not gone out of the area, and it's a push.
I'll take that.
Second phase on
well done, Mandy.
Free kick to Chesterfield and patted on the back of the head by Lucas Covell.
I tell you what, it puts a great shift in, doesn't it?
Yes.
It is another goal for North Shields. Looks like the AFR's dream may be over early.
top side.
For Pontefract Corries.
He has.
Because they are 2-0 down the air bars, 10-0 Shields.
Fitness, and his strength.
So, well, in about 10 minutes' time, don't forget, you have to name Netcom's IT man
Well, folks,
of the match.
it is actually 2-1. Gavin Orat with the goal for the Corries. It's Pontefract 2-1. I thought it was all over, but it's not over before the fat lady absolutely sings, is what the phrase is.
They couldn't quite get the tackle. Good ball played forward by Southend, but a lovely volleyed clearance from Jeff King finds Akinola still in his own half, out to this young, hungry team that okay, Boolan turns out he didn't do the darting run that we were all expecting, but he maintained possession. Plays it back to Jamie Grimes. It is an absolute young, hungry team out there.
And Southend United, Chesterfield are going back top of the National League. It's an absolute blinder from Chesterfield. We seem to go behind and somehow miraculously go out and win a game somehow.
Shot and easily have equalised against Yeovil, who host Chesterfield at the weekend. Chesterfield have a great record against that Yeovil in recent times. And Wrexham 4, Dagenham and Redbridge nil as Coghlan comes to the edge of his area, gathers the ball, tumbles down, has a shave, puts the kettle on, sees the clock that says 8:31, and underneath that a big 3 and a big 2. Clark opened the score and Powell equalised right at the start of the second half. Dackers put Southend in the lead, then Quigley equalised on 63, and 6 minutes later Jeff King with a cruncher of a left footer in off the underside of the bar. Quigley's went in off the post, King's went in off the bar, so Wood's working well as and he's taken down right in front of the referee's nose, and it's only 12 or so yards inside the half, but that was a deliberate go at
and that's somebody that's been booked as well, Phil.
Yeah, it is.
17.
Cav Miley
Yeah.
been booked.
Early in the beginning of the first half.
Yeah, he was the first man in the referee's notepad, wasn't he? So he was lucky to get away with that
Somebody's going to shoot here.
Yeah, Jeff King is trying to shot from 45 yards. Oh no, Aldaker's runner played a perfect ball to Mandeville. You know what, that was making it look as though we would have a shot. Mandeville gets across him, but there weren't any blue shirts in because Chesterfield are not pushing forward too much as we speak. They're almost playing at 8-1. But with a high back line,
Yeah.
it is a high line. They're not being pegged back in their own final third, which is one of the things that's balks Chesterfield so much. And that
Chesterfield are playing very, very well, folks, now.
Bridge, ball into the centre, chested
Oh,
down,
that's awesome.
chested down by King. And
Come on,
George,
Chesterfield, get another goal in you.
Who waits until the last minute to pick it up. That was just Mickey taking almost, wasn't it?
Oh dear.
Would you have dared do that?
No.
And that game is now in game over. It is Sheffield Wednesday 3, Morecambe 0, game, set and match. Michael Smith.
On the line, just
What a
control
kick that is, by the way.
It is a long kick towards Quigley. And Quigley still got in with a shout for
Still
that.
well
He's got
there,
it. He's got 2 markers. He's got it down by the corner flag. He's going to try and get a corner. Oh, and it just
he's unlucky
slips off his heel.
Well worked.
Yeah, it was. It was well worked. So Maidstone 1, Wheelstone 0. Chesterfield down at Maidstone a week on Saturday.
I think.
So 2 long trips coming up. We'll be there on 1866 score all the way, of course.
If I was Paul Cook, I'd probably bring Quigley off now.
Yeah.
And put somebody with a bit of pace on up front.
Put Gayassi on, yeah. And a good tackle from Oldacre. Loose ball's gone to the team with 11 men still in the pot. There is going to be a substitution.
I don't think it's what we thought it was.
No, it's Lawrence Maguire warming up. Oh, well, it's stripping off, I suppose. Not always doing warm up. So Maguire. So, and that's an offside flag. Yeah. Thank you.
What a
King goes
challenge.
in with a great challenge, but the flag for once was up relatively quickly on that moment. 7 minutes of normal time remaining, but there's going to be a fair bit of stoppage time here. And substitution being made. Coming off is Brandon Horton, and going on is longest serving Chesterfield player Lawrence Maguire. The 84th minute. So it's
He's
left
put a
back.
shift in, I'll give him that.
It has. Left back for left back, but Lawrence Maguire probably got a bit more experience as a defender than Brandon Horton, former Doncaster player, who goes off to great warm applause. Lawrence. Yep, it's going to be a straight swap. I don't want to mention that Chesterfield sent a defender on towards the end of the Southend home game last year. He scored an own goal. I'll not mention
No,
that.
we're not saying it.
Do you think it's safe not to mention
It's safe not to say it.
Free kick then for offside after all that. That moon's just risen a few yards further higher over on the east standers. Quigley gets something on, and it's come out to Ukek Boulam. Oh, and he just... I don't think he quite knew what to do. He found himself in a bit of space on the edge of the 18 and just didn't quite know what to do.
It's a shame for it.
Yeah.
I thought he got it, to be honest.
Yeah,
I thought
he got it under control, but Southend started to break down the right-hand side with Scott Morris, but it's played back into the centre because Chesterfield still pressing equally hard, even though they're short-handed, even though there's 85 minutes on the clock, and Mandeville goes in.
So, at the moment, Chesterfield 3, Southend United 2. What?
Switches it down. That's not a great pass. It's going to have to be thought about a little bit, that by Lomas. And yeah, it was thought about so much. Chesterfield have won the ball back. Oh, no, he just made a loose pass with that. It's put Powell onto it. He's still got a long way to go on. Just steps back. This man is quality. I've seen him for a few minutes, but my word, he is quality. As King plays the ball forward, it's intercepted. But
Still Liverpool 1, Ajax 1.
Back to his goalkeeper and rolls it out.
Now Blackburn are 2-0 against Watford.
With Quigley giving them some pressure. And, well, Southend again trying to build an attack inside the final 5 minutes of normal time, but there will be plenty of stoppage time for Chesterfield supporters to endure. As the ball with Bridge played for Miley. And now an opportunity for them to dink it into the box. They've got the extra man. Chesterfield got plenty.
Still Sheffield United 0, Swansea 0.
Maintaining a line outside the 18-yard area, and it's forcing Southend back and back and back. And well, now Foncook's got it forward, played it forward, and Coverland's got to come out and do something here. And the Southend played half goes past him, but Coverland did just enough, and he's done it just enough again, and it's put out for a corner kick by Jeff King.
Wow.
There's a Chesterfield play down on the deck. I'll just mark the corner up.
Stoke now.
Well,
3-0 against Hull.
Really well there, didn't they?
It's Grimes, isn't it? Grimes.
No, it's Oldacre.
Is it Oldacre?
There's a lot of people with ponytails in this team, Steve.
I definitely haven't got one.
The ponytail Perlo was sent off just before half-time. He's down on one knee.
He did well there.
And he's saying he's been winded a little bit, but... the physio being called on Ben Partridge. Let's just have a quick look.
Wrexham are 4-0 up, 2 goals for Mullen and 2 goals for Barmer.
Dorking 1, Borehamwood 1, Maidenhead 0, Eastleigh 1, Yeovil 1, Halifax 2, Gateshead 0, Maidstone 1, Wealdstone 0, Notts County 2, Aldershot 0, Torquay 1, Solihull 3, Woking 3, Oldham 0, Wrexham 4, Dagenham 0, York 1, Bromley 1. Altrincham bottom of the live table at the moment, 2 points behind Aldershot, Scunthorpe and Gateshead. 2.5 minutes of normal time remaining, but it's got to be a sixer at least, isn't it?
It will definitely be.
At least a sixer. So don't put the kettle on just yet. Corner comes in, Coverland. Just
quality.
Rochester!
He was about the 8th.
Keep going.
There wasn't he, Coverland? Gathers that outside the 6-yard area with about 8 players of both teams behind him. And puts it down onto the deck. No, he doesn't. He feigns to put it down.
Just a bit of a trick, I think, that one, Phil.
It's another goal, folks.
Down the right-hand side towards
Not a foul. That's definitely a foul.
Again, isn't he? As the ball cleared away by Southend.
It's Portsmouth 2, Burton 0.
To Lawrence Maguire, his first touch finds Ukek Boulam with a little shove off the ball, but not enough to give a foul. It's coming out for Southend throw. Taken from almost about the 3rd row of the stand, I think. It wasn't near the chalk. Now this near side where Lomas plays it back to Kensdale. Now Hobson making his 100th appearance in all competitions for Southend.
So far, we're just going to keep plowing and plowing along.
Pulling down a Spyrite and an awkward little ball from Southend is put into the path of Bridge. There's just sheer weight of numbers. The shot comes in, blocked by King. He didn't really know much about it.
No, he didn't.
He was just in the right place. forced out, but all of a sudden it's Hobson plays the ball into the centre, headed away by King, but Chesterfield are defending deep here, and Southend pick that up once more. Wes Fonguck got Mandeville for company, played out wide right, and delivered in deep to far post. That looked offside against Hyde. There goes the flag.
There we go.
Free kick Sparrows. Minute of normal time remaining. All eyes will be on fourth official Elliot Kay. So we've had a cookbook today. We've got a King score. You know,
Great performance.
Banks on a holiday. And it's going to be a free kick to the Sparrows. So they're going to take it short?
No, it's going straight
So
up.
it's one of those, let's take it short, lads, and then, oh no, we'll not. We'll take it long.
Taking his time as well.
Yeah.
Paul Cook's just walked out and said, calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Well, so you've got to name your man of the match, Steve Williams.
It's a tough one.
Your
Give me another minute.
netcoms.it man of the match. So yeah, well we've got plenty of minutes. We now know it is
6 minutes.
Oh, 6! The dreaded 6! No!
Southend then, no. It's
The dreaded 6! The dreaded 6! The dreaded...
Oldacre's nicked the ball. He's got Uke Bullen's...
Go on!
Oldacre couldn't find him. Uke Bullen was in acres of space, but anyway, Akino's got the ball back. He's playing towards Uke.
Go on!
Well, the goalkeeper's back. Come at this.
Go on!
He's centre. He's caught it. Uke Bullen right by the byline. Played in field towards Quigley. Kept him. Has he gone out? No, he's gone out for a corner kick to Chesterfield. He
Cut!
pulled that back to Quigley.
Wow,
But
what?
Quigley was on his own on the far side.
That's amazing speed. Absolutely.
Ah, this is... I'm stressing out, man. I'm stressing out because it's been... this game's had freaking everything.
Plenty after the match, of course. We'll get the first reaction from Danny Webb. We'll
On
also...
again, cross the sea, we'll sailing, stormy water, to be near you, to be free. Come on, boys, nearly there. Yeah, we're staying top of the league.
And the ball played back to... Oh, there was a back pass there, referee. He touched that back
He
to the
did,
keeper, didn't he?
He did.
Oh, was it a goal? It went out for goal kick. Josh has just told us it had actually gone out for a goal kick, so he passed it back to take the goal kick. So we'll let him off. Anyway, Mandeville's stopped the Southend attack single-handedly in his 10-yard circle. He played it out, and Uke Bullen's absolutely sprinted for that one. He's going to get
on.
it for the goalkeeper's another goalkeeper.
Oh,
He did well and came
yes,
right to
keeper.
the edge of his box and got his chest behind that. And there's a burst forward, and Jack Lomas is bursting forward, but no ball has come through. It's still Southend in possession, though. They're being forced sideways. We're doing lots of,
Go, folks! Sheffield United have won it at the death.
Challenging from Mandeville, who's had a super game, hasn't he, as well?
It is Sheffield United 1, Swansea 0.
Great save from Cumberland.
Oh!
By Southend.
Oh my God!
From the Brazilian. Oldacre down on the floor as well.
I think that's what he picked up a little
Oh,
bit.
my heart was in my mouth there.
But, Williams on his haunches as well.
Yeah, bit of cramp.
Yeah, well, we've all had to put in.
Put in a shift.
No,
Put in one hell of a shift.
no, Chesterfield nearly conceded and it nearly was 3-all.
You've asked me for the man of the match,
Yes.
Phil.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tight one.
Well, actually, we're winning.
Jeff King scored a screamer of a goal.
Two
Give
goals.
it to somebody
Two
that
goals have been screamers.
never stopped all game and scored as well. Liam Mandeville.
Liam Mandeville. Well, he's not scored.
Oh, he hasn't scored.
Yeah, but like you say, that could be the hallmark of what can win you a
2
league.
minutes.
He scored in my eyes because the lad has not stopped. all
Oh,
game.
So Liam Mandeville is the
so have we.
IT Manners of the match. Man of
Well, I think
the
we're getting a
match.
bit excited.
It's us and Notts County who have yet to lose a single game all season yet.
I would say let Bron know, but he's not in his seat, so I'll pass that out to Josh. I'm not sure if he's got the...
Come on, Ayers, can you please get a winner at Anfield, please?
Liam Mandeville, the Netcoms IT 1866 Fort Match, and the ball not...
Because apparently they were booing them in silence with Liverpool fans.
Throw is midway on their own half in this near side. Jack Clark started the scoring on 19 minutes Then Southend equalised on 33 through Callum Powell. Marcus Dacus scored in the first minute of the second half, something that Chesterfield have had a habit of doing in recent times. Then Joe Quigley equalised on 63. 69 minutes put the Sparrites back in the lead. It's now Quigley moving down the right-hand side.
Can't believe Huddersfield, you're losing again.
Challenge goes in from Southend United, and they're coming away with Bridges. Actually had a good...
He has.
Every time they play, they always seem to lose.
Shouts were offside there, but the ball not gone out,
And I do agree with you. Chelsea's ratings for the new FIFA are shocking.
Fulham's going to get there to try and clear. Just does enough, and he's whacked away by Oldacre into the Southend half for a Shrimpers throw-in. We're at 4.5 of the 6 minutes now. I think my stopwatch is going slower and slower and slower. And throw-in eventually taken by Southend. They've got everybody pushed forward.
They have, yes.
They have. Every outfield player is in the Chesterfield.
But are you, Paul Mowen, are you going to the league? No.
Again.
We are!
Playing, he's won the ball, he's turned it over. And there's a 3-on-2 for Chesterfield. Mandeville plays it towards Akinola. To Akinola.
Go on!
Finish it off. The goalkeeper comes way out
Oh,
kicks it into
so far, long live the
Let me
king!
see why I voted Mandeville for the man of the match. He's been absolutely amazing.
Mandeville winning that ball. Right.
Long live the king, aka Jeff King!
Get your views on the game on at 1866 Sport on Twitter and of course 1866 Sport on Facebook.
Because I slander that guy so many times. Every time I've done that, it always seems to come and backfire on me because he ends up scoring.
Take care.
Yeah, Chris, great supporter of Chesterfield, not too good at the moment. So yeah, I'll echo that, Steve. It's throwing to the Spires deep down in Southend territory. There's 1 or 2 people starting to move down the steps now. I don't know why.
Oh, bugger off, Paul Mullen.
Southend substitutes and Southend non-travelling brigade actually, and well, the ball is out for a throw to Southend right down in their own. So we've had 6 minutes.
And Spurs are shite.
Has occurred.
Way! Dagenham have scored. Thank you. That helps us a goal difference. Come on.
Got one last chance. Just stops in a little bit. The ball cuts screaming and shouting. King goes in with a tackle. The ball gone out for throw. Bridge down.
Because we're well behind in goal difference.
Half a minute extra. The referee looks at his watch and he's talking to the 4th official. He puts his hand to his mouth, but not his whistle. He's saying to Southend.
No, but my help.
They take the throw in.
Yes! We're on top of the league. Shove it up, you Wrexham. You ain't going up because you ain't denying us.
Take the lead.
Game. Full time. Chesterfield 2, Southend. Chesterfield 3, Southend 2. We stay top of the league. And yet again, Saviour is long live the king, Jeff King. Like, subscribe, and the notification post. See you guys tomorrow for Chelsea vs Salzburg in the Champions League.